Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. I'm a licensed cognitive behavior therapist, that's a CBT therapist, and a licensed mental health counselor. This is for entertainment purpose only. This is the case of the Idaho quadruple murders. May the 4 victims rest in peace. Condolence to their families. I hope all my subscribers, viewers are doing well. I hope you all are having a lovely weekend. And I hope you all are taking care of yourselves, physically and mentally. This is the case of the Idaho quadruple murders. I wanted to share a thought of mine with you all, which I actually have done before in this channel, but it seems to be making more sense with the idea that I've always had. I'm sure you'll remember that there's 3 unidentified male DNAs in this case. The prosecutor Thompson said that the lab hasn't handed it over to them. So what can we do? That's what he exactly said. If we don't have it, we don't have it. But we know that the 3 unidentified male DNAs has a lot to say in this case. Because let's do our critical thinking. This is 3 unidentified male DNAs that were not supposed to be in the crime scene was found there. The Latin shoe print of the Vans shoes, the glove that was found outside the property near the bin, and the fingerprints, handprint on the good vibes that you'll see in this picture. Now, my theory was that something happened in the living room that makes me believe that Xana and E were chilling in the sitting room like Xana's father said. I don't know where this story about them having pizza came out on YouTube, on social media. Her father never said pizza. He said that Xana was at home chilling, and he repeated it twice, like he was shocked about what happened because she wasn't supposed to be outside. He said he spoke to her at 12 o'clock at midnight, and she was chilling at home. So I assume Xana and her boyfriend E were chilling at home. Somebody must have barged in. There must have been a scuffle, a fight. E or Xana tried to defend themselves. The killer must have touched the good vibes picture, because if it was one of the victims' handprint, fingerprints, they would have said it. They would have not included it. So the killer touched the good vibes. They ran outside, a glove fell, and one of them had a Vans shoe print. Remember that. It's very important. Now this is the Bandfield video. So I shared the theory of somebody attacking either Xana or E in the living room. That's how the fingerprint got on the good vibes. Now this is part of my theory. Look at the Vans shoes. Look at the clothes that these two have on. One has clothes that is oversized on the left. His shirt is too big, and the other one's shirt is too small. His pants look like a female pants. Something's going on here. The timing makes sense with the first timeline. That was between 3 to 4 a.m. That's what we were told. I don't know where 4 to 4:25 has come in the picture. But watch the 3 unidentified male DNAs. You have the van shoe print here. I pointed out that this one on the left, I'll show you, looks like he has one black glove on. You have the girls or female yelling, "Stop, stop it." Look at that light color or silver car that is going past them. Then you have DM, allegedly his black truck driving at 3:01. You have the 4 figures running at 3:12. Possibly one of the 4 figures had on a van shoes too. Then we have Saeed watching the crime scene pictures. I hope Ann Taylor notes all this down, because we just want a fair trial for the victims. Just because somebody looks odd or weird, or because they had an addiction, drug addiction, doesn't make them a killer. If you can't convince us, how are they going to convince a jury, is my question. I think this is going to end up being a hung jury. Where's the 3 unidentified male DNAs? We have the truck driving past them. We have the silver car, a white car driving past them too. You can see the timeline. That's exactly at 3 a.m. Could it be DM that left the house in a hurry and forgot to close the front door, allegedly? Somebody left the front door open because a witness, a neighbor, was on his way to work, witnessed the front door wide open. And we have Saeed Ali watching the crime scene or the unlivings going on. Trigger warning. Allegedly. You can see it yourself. This is what he's watching. His hand looks very disturbed.
Outside a frat house, just a short walk from the crime scene. The murders happened not long after that call, but is there a connection? Jim Ray reports.
A mysterious 911 call sent cops rushing to the street the night the 4 University of Idaho students were murdered. Police logs from that fateful night show a disturbance in this field outside the Sigma Chi fraternity. The Moscow, Idaho Police Daily Activity Log reveals officers responded to an alcohol offense at 3:01 a.m. It's right around the time police say the murders were committed. How close is that frat house to the murder scene? Let me show you. Here's the frat house. You walk across the street and right through these apartment buildings. You then continue up this narrow path, and then you walk up these wooden stairs. And there you are. right at the house. We spoke with Brian Edton, senior national correspondent for the cable news channel News Nation, which is airing a 1-hour special on the case Sunday.
There's a lot of fraternity and sorority houses, and an alcohol call wouldn't be out of the norm. But it's still just weird to think about the fact that the police were so close to his house around the time the murders were happening.
In a statement today to Inside Edition, police said the incident is unrelated to the murders. The frat house is also under the microscope because two of the victims, Ethan Chapin and Xana Kernodle, partied there that night. Investigators are also revealing there was a sixth roommate who lived in the house who wasn't home that night. There was Ethan, Xana, Kaylee, and Madison, the two surviving roommates who slept through the attack, and now the sixth young lady whose name we are withholding. Declare of a sixth person listed on the lease at the residence, but do not believe that individual was present during the incident.
These shoes were hung on the telephone ropes, I believe, in January 2022. In the Urban Dictionary, it can mean organized crime. It can mean drugs. Allegedly, that's from the dictionary, not from me. It could be in memory of 4 people who passed away. It could be claiming a territory. It could be anything. But I thought of sharing this with you all. I've done that before. I just came across this. This is Jovito watching it on his phone device. It's quite blurry, but you clearly see a figure. You see a man. There's someone behind him. I wonder if this was when Xana and E were being attacked. It couldn't have been when Kaylee and Maddie were being attacked because they were the grub truck. That's the same time the crowd is yelling Xana, 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 and E's name. Joe Vito was supposed to be a career advisor in economics in the university, Idaho College. Seems to be taking part in whatever is going on instead of looking after the students. Even if they're intoxicated, that's when they're the most vulnerable. People should follow them home just like they were their sisters and not take advantage of the situation. Something is clearly going on here. And it can't be ignored because they're calling Xana and E's name. And strangely enough, E is mother, Stacey Chapin, said 2 a.m. is the hardest time for us all. I think that's the time, unfortunately, the couple passed away. Why else would they be calling Xana's name? Pay attention to how they all are looking at Maddie and Kaylee. Especially Maddie. Poor girl, because she's intoxicated. May they rest in peace. Something was going on. The girls were definitely targets. At 3:12, you have the figures running, the 4 figures. You can see the figures running. This one looks nervous, anxious, scared. I wonder if all that is red liquid. So the prosecutor, Bill Thompson, was there from the start, from the beginning. None of them are wearing nets, mask. Nothing. Gloves. See only one person with gloves. And they're going into a crime scene.
Really supposed to cordon off the scene and protect it from unauthorized entry. Now, this is a big problem of people that go into a crime scene because they're police officers, they're high-level administrators. You know, they want to see what's going on, they're curious. And the fact of the matter is, the more people you have in the scene, the more likely you're going to have contamination.
I personally believe the pictures tell a lot. So were all these people friends? With Xana, E, Hunter Johnson. The other two are from Sigma Chi. You have Hunter Chapin. You have Emma, Hunter's girlfriend, who's sitting underneath him. And you have the triplets, Hunter, Maisie, and E. Hunter Johnson is very important because for whatever reason, DM and BF, the surviving two roommates, decided to call 911 8 hours later. They decided to actually call Hunter Johnson at 11 a.m., 58 minutes before they called 911. Allegedly. He's the one with the tie and the shirt and the glasses. He was the one who opened the door so that he could check on E and Xana, and they both were deceased. It's strange he did not go upstairs to check on Maddie and Kaylee because he was friends with them too. His girlfriend Emma and Xana are very close. I wonder where they were that night. It's heartbreaking. Xana and E, Maddie and Kaylee deserved to live a happy life, finish their college years, become good citizens, and have a family, and make their families, parents proud. But some evil people or person cut short all their dreams and took the most important thing for them, their lives. May they rest in peace. That's why I'm fighting so hard to get justice for these victims. And I know everyone in my channel is here just like me to get answers, nothing else. We don't know if BK did it or not, but it doesn't add up. I've been showing you all these pictures for a reason. Xana and E were people who took pictures, Snapchats, They were always on Snapchat, Instagram, all the other apps, Facebook. But for some reason, Zana and E were nowhere on social media, and they were nowhere to be seen from 9 to 1:45. We know and we heard that a fight happened in the Sigma Chi. The police were there and took a report. I'm sure they're going to say it's not related to whatever happened. Were they attacked on the way home? Is that the reason E's vehicle is frozen with his sister's vehicle, I believe? The family's two of the vehicles. His red Jeep is one of it, and another vehicle, another car. And his golf set is frozen as evidence. Were they attacked in their car? Xana, may she rest in peace, and Emma on the left, she looks a lot like Bethany Funk. Emma is Hunter Johnson, his girlfriend. She and Xana were very close. That's why I wonder, what is Hunter and Emma's alibi that night? Where were they? Weren't they in the Sigma Chi party too? This is all very strange. Xana was never alone, even when the police came to her house that night and she opened the door. Emma was there. Hunter Johnson was there. They all were there. So what happened that night? Did Xana and E get attacked on the way home? Because we could hear the crowd at the grub truck yelling Xana's name. They kept on saying, Xana, Xana. What happened? May the 4 victims rest in peace. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a lovely weekend.